Hey there, welcome back to Ancient Explorer. All right, buckle up because today we're diving into the wildest, freakiest corner of the Bible. Revelation. Picture this. You're flipping through your old family Bible, maybe sipping a Coke on a lazy Sunday, expecting some chill Sunday school vibes, when bam, you hit the last book, and it's like a sci-fi blockbuster on steroids. We're talking beasts with 7 heads growling in your face, stars crashing like a meteor shower gone rogue, and a cosmic showdown that'd make Avengers Endgame look like a kid's cartoon. Today, we're cracking open the latest scoop from Revelation, the trippiest prophecy ever, and asking the big question, is this ancient warning about to smack us right in 2025? Spoiler alert, we've got clues from real disasters tied to this, and we're going to figure out if the clock's ticking down. So grab your popcorn, kick back, and let's roll into this epic ride. Now, the Bible's not just some dusty pre-Catholic history book. It's loaded with symbols that vibe with ancient cultures all over the planet. Think Egypt with its world-ending Nile floods, or Greece with tales of chaos and rebirth tearing up the cosmos. You've got the 7-headed beast, the red dragon, the shiny New Jerusalem popping up in Revelation. Crazy stuff that echoes in legends from India to China too. Even big-time religions like Buddhism and Hinduism riff on the end of days, some kind of cosmic reset where everything flips upside down. Could they all be pointing to a real catastrophe from way, way back? Like, did something insane go down on Earth thousands of years ago? And if it did, is it gearing up for a sequel? Maybe in 2025? That's what we're digging into today. Real tragedies from the past, mixed with some mind-blowing prophecy to see what's coming next. Revelation's the grand finale of the Bible's 66 books, written over 2,000 years ago. And let me tell you, it's wilder than anything Hollywood's churned out. It's packed with terrifying scenes, earthquakes rattling the ground, fire raining from the sky. That'd freak out even the toughest sci-fi nerd. Here's the wild part. After it was finished, nobody dared add a single word. Not a dot, not a comma. Why? The last chapter drops a spooky warning. If you mess with this book, even tweak a tiny bit, you're done for. Disaster crashes into your life. Your soul's restless after death, and the big guy upstairs wipes you out of existence. Since then, it's been locked tight. No edits, no bonus chapters, nada. Weirder still, after Revelation hit the scene, all those supernatural moments you read about earlier, like God chatting with Moses through a burning bush, or fire pillars guiding folks through the desert, just vanished. Poof, gone, like someone flipped the switch off. But here's the kicker. Revelation says they're coming back, big time. The Lord, the signs, the whole supernatural circus, it's all set to return with the Day of Judgment, when stuff hits the fan like never before in history. So, how'd this crazy book even get started? Let's rewind to around 590 AD, on a tiny speck of an island called Patmos, floating in the Aegean Sea off Greece. Think of it like a deserted survivor set. No Wi-Fi, no pizza delivery, just rocks and waves. A guy named John gets shipped there by the Roman emperor, basically exiled to this empty chunk of nowhere. He's stuck, scrambling to survive in this harsh, lonely place, and ends up hiding out in a cave, now called the Cave of Revelation. It's a holy spot for Christians today, a shrine where the weirdest story in the Bible kicked off. So John's in this cave, probably starving, when one day, bam, he hears a roar, like a wolf howling right in his ear. He spins around, heart pounding, and whoa, there's this figure standing there, draped in a white coat glowing like fresh snow on a Colorado ski slope. His eyes blazing like headlights on a dark highway. His feet shaking the ground like a mini earthquake. John's freaking out. Then this guy opens his mouth and out shoots something sharp. Maybe a tongue, maybe an arrow, who knows? It's so bizarre, John hits the deck, trembling like he's seen a ghost. Or worse, he's thinking, this looks kind of like Jesus. But is it? I'm not betting my last fish on it. This dude's holding a star in his right hand. Talk about mysterious. And he starts talking. John says his voice rolls out like rushing water, like standing under Niagara Falls with the volume cranked up. Ever try those nature sound apps to fall asleep? Yeah, this is that, but live and in your face. That watery voice thing? It's not new. Pop open the Old Testament, and you'll see God talking to prophets with the same vibe, like a river flowing through their ears. Some folks today guess it's a cosmic signal, radio waves from space or another dimension, buzzing with that watery hum. Anyway, this glowing guy tells John, grab a pen, write this down, send letters to 7 churches, warn them to shape up or ship out. John's scribbling like crazy, hands shaking, and when he looks up, whoosh, the sky splits open like a sci-fi portal in a Christopher Nolan flick. A voice booms, come up here, I'll show you what's next. Next thing he knows, he's zapped up to heaven, mind totally blown, mouth hanging open, speechless. Up there? It's nuts, like next level nuts. John sees this golden throne, a figure shining like jade under stadium lights, surrounded by crystal rings spinning like a cosmic disco ball. 7 lamps flicker around it, like candles floating in zero gravity. 24 elders in white robes sit on many thrones, looking all wise and chill, and there's this sea of glass sparkling like a lake at sunrise. Smooth, clear, unreal. Then it gets weirder. 4 creatures float around this throne, each with 6 wings flapping, their bodies covered in eyes. Yeah, eyes everywhere. Creepy, right? One's got the vibe of a lion, another a cow, one's kind of human-ish, and the last's like an eagle soaring high. They're belting out, holy, 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 the Lord's the boss forever. Non-stop, day and night, like a heavenly karaoke marathon. John's like, okay, these aren't exactly lions or cows. There's something else, something wild. Angels, maybe? Here's the thing, angels in the Bible? They're not cute little cherubs strumming harps. Every time they show up, Old Testament, New Testament, you name it, people freak out, screaming, falling flat. The angels always have to say, hey, chill, don't be scared. So yeah, they're probably not human-looking at all. More like these eye-covered, wing-flapping oddballs John saw. And get this, these angel vibes, they're not just a Bible thing. Pop over to ancient Egypt, and you've got Horus, a bird god with eagle energy. Sumerians had cow-headed Anunnaki stomping around. Even Buddhism talks about giant purple-skinned angels, transcendental angels they call them, with tongues so long they flop over their faces like a cartoon. John saw something with reddish-brown legs and a sharp tongue. Same deal. Maybe he caught a glimpse of these cosmic weirdos crossing dimensions. It gets crazier. In 1939, archaeologists dug up a 41,000-year-old statue in a German cave, carved from mammoth ivory. It's a lion-headed human called the Lion Man, half beast, half dude, straight out of the Ice Age. Check this out. It's got 7 lines scratched on its arm. 7 lines, 7 lamps in Revelation. Coincidence? Maybe ancient folks saw these beings too, way back when the world was frozen solid, helping humans scrape by. Fast forward to Sumeria, the first big civilization after the ice melted. They worshipped winged angels like Dumuzi, a sky dude with feathers. These threads keep popping up, and Revelation's tying them all together like a cosmic detective story. Back to John, he's still in heaven, jaw dropped, when he spots a book in this glowing figure's hand, sealed tight with 7 locks. An angel yells out, "Who's worthy to crack this open?" John's tearing up because nobody steps up, until a lamb with 7 eyes and 7 horns struts in. Scholars say it's Jesus, the ultimate lockpicker. When he starts breaking those seals, oh man, all hell breaks loose, literally. First seal, a white horse rider with a bow storms out. War's kicking off. Second, a red horse with a sword, blood spilling everywhere. Third, a black horse with scales. Famine crashes the party. Fourth, a gray horse. Death and chaos tag team the planet. Fifth, souls under an altar cry out for justice. Sixth, the sky goes pitch black. Stars fall like a meteor shower on overdrive. Earthquakes rip the ground apart. Mountains flip, islands sink. People dive into caves screaming, "We're toast." John's like, hold up, the sun and moon blacked out at once? That's not normal. Astronomers today say that's impossible, unless some rogue planet swings by, blocking both at the same time, shaking Earth like a snow globe gone wild. Q Nibiru, Sumerians called it the cross planet, a massive rock with a pull so strong it could yank meteors from Jupiter's orbit and sling them at us. Maybe that's what John saw, stars raining down, Earth flipping out, continents turning into oceans. Seventh seal? Dead silence. Half an hour of pure, eerie stillness, like the calm before a tornado. Then 7 angels grabbed trumpets and let loose. First blast, fire, hail, and blood crashed down. Think 4th of July gone apocalyptic. Second, a burning mountain slams into the sea, tsunamis everywhere. Third, a star called wormwood poisons the rivers. Water's toxic, people drop like flies. Fourth, the sky dims, sun and stars flicker out, day and night blur into a smoky haze. Fifth, locusts with human faces, lion teeth, and scorpion tails swarm out, torturing folks for months. They're begging to die but can't. Sixth, fire-breathing horses, tanks or aliens, wipe out a third of humanity. It's like a cosmic horror flick with a side of modern war vibes. Then 2 witnesses roll in, preaching with Jesus-level powers. But a beast from a bottomless pit takes them out. Here's the wild part. Everyone on Earth sees it live, like a global live stream on X or TikTok. 3 days later, they're back, resurrected. Bam! And the stakes shoot through the roof. A red dragon, Satan himself, shows up with 7 heads and 10 horns, chasing a woman with a starry crown who's about to pop out a kid. The savior, maybe? Angel Michael leads a heavenly army, kicks Satan's tail, and sends him crashing to Earth. But Satan's not done. He spawns a sea beast with matching heads and horns, then a 2-horned land beast, the Antichrist, marking folks with his sign on their hands or foreheads. John's yelling, "Don't take the mark. It's a one-way ticket to the wrong side." God's had enough. 7 angels pour out wrath from golden bowls. First, swords hit the marked ones. Second and third, seas and rivers turn to blood. Fish gone, water undrinkable. Fourth, the sun scorches everything. Think Death Valley on steroids. Fifth, darkness swallows the beast's kingdom. Sixth, the Euphrates dries up, setting the stage for Armageddon. Seventh, the biggest quake ever flattens mountains, sinks islands. Total chaos. Satan's toast, his crew's wiped out, and boom, a golden city, New Jerusalem, drops from the sky. It's 2,220 kilometers wide, half the U.S., and the faithful get a fresh start. No tears, just eternal vibes. But wait, Satan breaks free after 1,000 years for one last fight. Spoiler, he loses, big time, gone for good. So 2025, are we staring down this barrel? History's got cycles, floods, ice ages, Sumerian star tales. Maybe it's time for a rerun. Nibiru, locusts, quakes. Could it hit us soon? Tell me your take in the comments. Do you buy it, or is it just a wild story? That's it for today. Subscribe, smack that like button, hit the bell, or toss me a coffee if you're feeling generous. Catch you next time on Ancient Explore.